Okay, welcome everybody today to the Qimam debate. Inshallah, today we will have a debate in the topic. Actually, it's a hot topic today uh, between Al Hilal and Nasr. Which team is the best team? Which one is better than the other? And that coincide with the final of the Arabian Championship. So, inshallah, today we have Hamza Nughamsi will argue for Al Nasr and Turki Sirwani will argue for Al Hilal. It's a debate designed to improve the skills of our students here, and inshallah you will see. And at the end, the voting will be for you, for the audience, whether here or from the live streaming. At the end, you will vote who was the best in this debate. So let's start. Bismillah. For the opening remarks, every one of you will have 5 minutes to talk about his team. So who would like to start?
Go ahead, you're the older. Okay, so.
Okay, Hamza will start for about 5 minutes. Okay, go ahead, talk about your team.
So my team is Al Nasr, which is one of the best teams in the Russian League, the professional Saudi league in Saudi Arabia. The club first created back in 1955. It is one of the oldest teams in the country, and we have a rich history of leagues and cups that we made along the way, and we are proud of the compilation we made all these years. We had a really great stats of players like Majid Abdullah and Leonas Nances and all the players that we had all these years. So today we are gonna talk about why is my team is better. The things that I want to say about my team, that the rich history and the cups that we made, but most importantly, the fans that carried us all the way till here. And we are all glad to have this club in Saudi Arabia. It has a lot of accomplishes, not only in the Saudi League, in the continent also, in Asia. It got the reputation of one of the best teams in the world. So that's what I have to say now. Thank you.
Thank you. Good. So now it's your turn, Turkey.
First of all, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'm going to talk about Al Hilal team. It's established at 1957 and it's founding at the capital city of Saudi Arabia, Riyadh. And I think Al Hilal, it's the best team in Saudi League because it has 66 champions, and I don't know what should I say, but I think it's the best. I'll answer in the questions. So that's all I got.
Okay, so now let's go to the questions. These questions will be asked for each of you, and everyone should answer the question. Let's start with Turkey. What is the most important strength that your team has while his team does not?
We have a powerful players like and famous like Salim Dosari and a lot of history players like Sami Jabir.
Okay.
And forward players are so powerful, and we have the most goals against Nasr. We have 97 goals against them, and that's our powerful thing.
Okay. So the question now for you, what is the most important strength that your team has while his team does not?
Well, I think that our team has more consistent work that the other team doesn't have. Like, you can find us at the same place every year, either the first or the second if the conditions were good. But when you look at the Hilal history, you see a lot of ups and downs. There's nothing that consistent all the time. Maybe you will find something in the history of Al Nasr, which is that we are always in the top of everything that we came in. So that's the point in that question.
So the strength of your team is the consistency throughout the history, and the strength of your team is
Can I add
the
something?
players. Okay, so keep that for the debate, inshallah. So now we are just opening with these questions. Okay, second question, we'll start with you, Hamza. What is the most important weakness that you can point out in his team?
I can point out. Okay, for saying that Al Hilal have a huge problem with finals. That's almost like they are not the same team from they entered from the qualifiers and prelims and everything. They are like at the final they are a different team that doesn't perform that same thing that they did with the other teams. Even if the final was a lot easier from the previous levels. So we'll see. That's a problem with Al Hilal that I see, and I think everyone can point at, even the Hilal's fans.
Okay, now the question is for you. What is the most important weakness that you can point out in his team?
I think we are them weakness because we played against them 54 times and we win 32 times and we just have yes, and that's it. We always win against them and we have the most champions in our history. We have 66 and we are the 76 in the global.
Okay, okay. So now we'll move to the third question, and we'll start with you, Turkey. What positive social impact does your team have on the society?
As I said, we are in the 76 in the
I mean,
globals.
positive social impact.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
So we reached to the global with our team.
Mhm.
We reached to the World Cup. And we reached to the final. And unfortunately, we didn't win against Real Madrid. And that's all. We put Saudi Arabia to the global.
Okay, so you made the country proud. That's what you
Yes.
want to say.
Yes.
Okay. So what about you? What is the positive social impact does your team have on the society?
Well, first thing that, as Turkey said, we were the first team, like before Al Hilal, who got to AG Cup, the finals, the championship, and we have connected people together, as a team should be. A team should carries away with his fans. It shouldn't be a lot about money and about championships or cups. It's about the reputation. It's about the tightness between people. That you see that a lot of Al Nassr fans are really dedicated about the team. They always come to the stadium and cheer for their team. And the Al Nassr has a really great fan base that you will never see in any other team. So the positive in our team is that we connected everyone like brothers just for cheering our team.
Okay, good, good. So now, actually, we came to a hot question. That question actually is a negative question, but we should ask. I will start with you, Hamza. What is the most important accusation against his team?
So can you give me the definition?
Accusation,
Mhm.
اتهام.
Okay. Well, let's say perhaps like that. His team has a lot of people that put a lot of money in it. Like, yeah, it's a normal thing, but maybe that one of the things that carries out the team so much that there's a lot of things that going on behind the scenes that we don't know about, but we see in history that the team just at one point that came up out of the blue, almost ironically enough, out of blue. So for saying that it just came out of nothing, no, not really. Yeah, it did a lot of work to get there, but there's these things behind the scenes that we don't know about. That's my accusation for the Hilal team.
Okay, so you're accusing them of things going behind the scene,
Yeah, a lot of things.
and you will not say that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. What about you, Turkey? What accusation do you have against his team?
So, first, Hamza mentioned the money. And I would say that we share the same owner. same owner, Al Hilal and Al Nasr, have the Saudian chest. And I say that they have an ultras fans. They always hit the players when they on the stadium, like throwing some bottles, and they always charge Al Nasr.
Okay, so you actually accuse them of misbehaving
Yes,
fans.
they are ultras.
Okay, okay. So the fifth question, we'll start with you, Turkey. What is your general opinion about the performance of his team in the field?
Wallahi, Al Nasr is a great team actually, but he have a little problem in his defense,
Uh-huh.
and we always goal against them. And as I said before, we just take 94 goals, and we won 32 times against them. So that's what should I say?
Okay, what about you?
Well, for me, I say that Al Hilal is a really great team with a really great players, and the problem is not in a certain point in the players, like not the defense, not the midfielders, not the strikers. The problem is in how the players behaving. Like as you see, there's a controversial players like Salim Al-Dosari. Like he does a lot of things that not supposed to do in the stadium. Like even respect your team, respect your name, respect even the place you are in right now.
No.
Like we are here to have fun, and at the end of the day, everybody is coming out to win. Like everybody, the fans, the teams, even the losers, they win at the end of the day. But these type of stuff like ruin the whole point of having fun at the end of the day. So what I'm saying that maybe you don't have any problem with playing actually, but you have a problem with how you are playing. Okay.
Okay.
So misbehaving and not professional things that players do that are not supposed to do, and the hard play, like you are doing it like you are meaning to break my players. Like these are a lot of problems that happen in the match all the time. So that's my point on that.
Okay, good. So now we'll move to the next step. Actually, you made many points, and also you made many points. And actually now it's your time to debate and actually answer the points you want to answer against him, and also for you. So it's open now. I think you said you want to add something, so now it's your time to add.
I'd like to say that even the national team.
And now the floor is open now, so just you can go against him. You can go.
Okay, thank you.
So even the national team, 10 players are from Al Hilal, and there is
Do you think 10 players from a single team is that fair?
no. It's not about fair or not,
Okay.
because it's powerful team. Really, it's the most powerful team in Saudi Arabia. That's what I think. Even actually the team that I love,
Uh-huh.
he's powerful. That
So you say that 10 out of
11.
11 are
Yes.
from the same team?
Yes.
Do you think that is something good or?
Well, for me, that doesn't have a proof for anything. Like, it's at the end of the day, it's a decision that's made by some governors. Okay, the point of the international team that 10 players out of 11, so as you said, not counting the people behind the team, like the backup and everything, it's just can I say that it's a bit pointless because. Yeah, most of the players are in the international team, but that doesn't mean that your team is good. That means the players are good. Like, even if you switch the player from a team to team, he will still play good. Isn't that right?
Yeah, he said
Yeah.
that means that the players are good, not the team is good.
Yes, even the goalers are from Al Hilal team. Salim Al-Dosari and Salih Al-Shahri.
So he said that means the players are good, not the team is good. How do you answer him?
We are talking about the team. The team have the good players, and they pick the good players from Al Hilal, not from Al Nasr.
Yeah, but the point that he said, like Cristiano Ronaldo is a good player, whether in Al Nassr or in Real
No,
Madrid or in
he's
Barcelona.
old right now.
But he's
He's
still
not-
good.
He's not not good right now.
He's really
He
good.
quit from the national team.
Yeah, he's his decision. But if the international team wanted him, they want him.
But-
That's how he good at.
No, I don't think that Cristiano is the older player in Al Nassr now.
Mhm.
He's 38.
Mhm.
So he's not good as the past. He was really good player.
In
but-
his prime, you mean?
Yes.
But just believe me, Cristiano can outperform any player in Al Hilal. Like with his experience at this age, you don't care about how he is playing, how his performance. Like is he fast like he before? You can't say that. But with the experience he got from all the clubs that he played, like can you compare someone like Salim Al-Dosi who's in the 30s now to Cristiano, even he's older than him?
If it's now,
Yeah.
yes, I would.
Salim
How-
you
how-
say Salim Al-Dosi is better than Cristiano.
Now, yes, he is. I want to ask you something. How many goals did Ronaldo in the last league?
In the last league,
Yes.
I don't have that information at me now, but that doesn't mean because he plays as a wing.
Okay, how
He
many
plays-
assists?
He plays as a wing, not as a striker. He built up the goal.
Okay,
He
compare
doesn't-
with Salim and Cristiano. Both of them are wings.
Okay.
Who
Now
did?
he's a striker. He's a
You said
striker.
that he played wing.
Yeah, Cristiano plays as a wing.
Yes.
Salim Al-Dosi plays as a striker. He's a striker.
No, he played as a wing.
He played as a wing. Now he plays as a striker.
I mean, in the
So-
last league. In the last league, he played as left wing.
Okay.
You mean
And-
Salim?
Yes, and Cristiano Ronaldo played as a left or right.
Left.
Okay, compare
So-
them. Who did the most goals?
So you want the status. You are actually only focusing on status and things that are just by numbers. You know, if you know the great manager Jose Mourinho, he said that the fan that compare by status and not performance is not a real fan. He's just someone who just like math. So when you beat him in the field and see how he perform, not just get the ball and just strike it in the goal section. He's just playing, you know. How he moves at the field, how he build up, how he pass, how he instruct their team, how he tell him that go there, pass the ball to that person. You don't see Salim Al-Dosi doing that, but you see it at Cristiano's way. He
Yes, yes.
actually coached the team midway the match, you know. I never seen Salim Al-Dosi does that. That thing does require some experience.
So
Ah,
that,
so now actually the debate became about Cristiano and Salim Al-Dosari,
Not about it.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. So actually you mentioned that you always your team always win against
yes,
Al Nasr.
yes. Al Hilal and Nasr plays against each other 54 times, and Al Hilal win 32 times, and Al Nasr win 12 times.
Ah, good. So actually, this is a very, very good point. That in comparison, the winner always the winner is the better. So they won many times. So how will you answer that?
Well, yeah, you won. That's a fact. Okay. So replying to your accusation of winning a lot more than us, that how, at which time, and what happened before that match even came up? Like, what is the economic state of the two teams? You know, that affects the teams so much. And
You mean
as-
every match?
in every match. Okay,
Yes.
as I told you, look at the time period that wins got in, and see how the economic work happened before it. You will see that a lot of things that came up like suspicious a bit, but you know, if you are gonna talk about the past times and we know the history and what happened in it, and I can't just mention that here, so it gotta do a lot with who's responsible of the teams, the two teams, and the VIP members of the teams who actually provide a lot of economic help with the teams. And we know who's the biggest helper of Al Hilal, you know.
Okay, I have
Yeah.
a question, really.
Okay.
What is the last win for Nasr against Al Hilal?
The last win, I don't have any information about that, but if you can provide me with it, I'll be thankful, you know.
It's before 2 years.
Okay.
So,
Mhm.
I don't really know what should I say. Really, Al Hilal is best because we won against you a lot of times.
Mhm.
What is the benefit when you have the ball a lot in the stadium and you didn't win?
Well, that shows you that we are more into controlling the field while the match is playing. It doesn't need to be like I don't want to win if I was playing bad. That's what I want to tell you. Like, okay, you got the point, you got the balls. Maybe the more that means that there's a problem with your team. If you can't control the ball but you win, there's a huge problem that open up a lot of windows of suspicion in your team. Like, how would you in every single match can't get the ball all the time with you, but you still win? That opens a lot of windows, as I said. So, I'm into controversy a bit.
Yeah, it's okay. That's okay, no problem. Now, just actually in the matter of the team who made more legendary players, can you both of you name who is which team made more legendary players in the Saudi league?
Look, I think Al Nassr did, but I can mention after Hamza.
Yeah,
Some
I don't know
players.
actually. For me, I don't know. I didn't count that. But actually, you can mention names. You can mention names and see who can mention names.
I can say ياسر القحطاني, سالم الدوسري, سامي الجابر, ناصر الشمراني, and الدعيع. So that's, I think, six
Yeah, when we
players.
talk about Di'ayy, actually leave that aside because Di'ayy came from Al-Ta'i and he came ready already.
No, but he's superstar at Al Hilal.
No, he's superstar before. You're talking about my age. So
I don't
Di'ayy, just keep Di'ayy aside.
I don't agree with that. He reached to the global with Al Hilal, not with Al Ta'i.
Which Di'ayy you mean, Muhammad or Abdullah?
Muhammad.
Yeah, he started before. He started with Al-Ta'i and he
Yeah.
started with the national team when he was in Al-Ta'i. Then he moved to the Hilal.
I didn't know about
Leave
this
leave
information,
Al-Di'ayy leave Al-Di'ayy aside because that's our generation and it's old. Actually, we're from Asia for
Yes,
84.
I didn't born at that time.
Yeah, what about you?
Well,
Which,
for me-
which name can you?
Well, for me, I can say one name that can give all more history than all the. Not saying that the players you said are bad, but the player we made are one of, if not the best player in the history of Saudi Arabia, whole, which is Majid Abdullah. Okay, he was the star of the 1994 World Cup. Has a lot of cups, so
No, sure, there's a specific number.
it's
Like-
hard to count. You can't just give
Like
it
Al
a
Hilal,
specific
have
number.
18.
Because as you see, Al Hilal is more newer version of Al Nasr, you know. Like at the prime time for Al Nasr, which is in the 60s or 70s, and after Majid Abdullah came in the 90s and 80s, which was the golden period for Al Nasr. There's a lot of cups, but you know, at that time, it's hard to count exactly and how to count. There's not that technology that we have in today's world.
Then how
Okay.
do we count Al Hilal?
As I said, because it's a newer team, you know, it didn't just it just came up.
When did Al
newly
Nassr established?
in 1955. But my point is
There's
that
2 years different.
yeah, but you didn't get my point. My point is Al Hilal become famous in the early 70s, 80s, but the Nasr from the early establishment made a name for himself.
Okay, you can
Okay.
search, you can find the real
Okay.
number.
So now actually we will open the floor for the audience to ask their questions. So if you have any questions for both of them, you are welcome to ask. I think I have some here, but actually I prefer Habib to give them to ask their questions themselves.
All right. Actually, the first question is mine. Who's gonna win tonight?
Yeah, we will speculate who is going to win today.
Tonight is the
Tonight.
final, so who's gonna win? Hilal or Nasr? Of course, you're gonna cheer for your team, but I want
Yes.
it to be objective, not subjective. It's
Okay. For me, I say that Al Nassr will win, but not that huge win. Maybe like 2-1 or something, because Al Hilal been performing good this while for a long time now. For that, I'll say that even with the new transitions with Al Nassr and the new players that came along and did a lot of work with us, that the Nassr will win today against Al Hilal.
Okay, so do you think your team is prepared to win?
Yes, for sure. And if there is anyone would say the reason is the referee. So Al Nasr and Al Hilal are sharing the same honor today, and we will see who wins.
Okay, good.
So if your
So,
team doesn't exist now,
Yes.
which club would be your second option? Your team and why doesn't exist now? Which club would be your second option and why?
Good. If your team does not exist, which will be your second option? So there is no Al Nassr, no Al Hilal. What is your second option?
I think you should go first. I answered a lot of questions first.
Hmm?
I think he
So-
should.
Okay, so for which one will
I
you
don't want
go?
to take the spotlight on him.
I'll go to Al Ahly. Actually, in the fact, I like Al Ahly, but
Why you chose Al Ahly? The similarities between Al Ahly and Al Hilal, or
it's because from the childhood, I fell in love with Al Ahly, and I become one of the craziness or one of the crazy people. So, but right now, about this conversation, I think Al Hilal even most powerful than Al Nasr and Al Ahly.
okay. So what about you? Which one would you choose?
Well, for me, I might not even watch football because Al Nassr is the team that made me love football in the first place and made me watch it. But let's say for perhaps that I watched football before Al Nassr even came up. I will cheer for my hometown team, Al Wahda, because I had a lot of memories there because I've been there, I trained there, but my first love is Al Nassr team.
We have a question here.
Any other
My question is for you, Hamza.
Yes.
Because you said that Al Nassr is one of the greatest teams here in Saudi Arabia, and I've heard that while you are having the debate, that Turkey said most of the players in the national team they are from Al Hilal. So why not? Why not Al Nassr players? They don't be in the national players if they are so great players. What is your investigate for that? What is your investigate for that?
Well, my answer for your question, it's a really good question. And as I said before, that means the player is good. And my second answer is that it's all came up to a preference for the the international team manager. So he is the one who's in control of that. He has a plan. Maybe Al Nassr teams are better than Al Hilal team, but they don't go with the plan that he wants. Maybe he's focusing on the defense, and Al Nassr is focusing on attack. So it's all came out to a preference, not a real conversion to that Al Hilal is better than Al Nassr. So that's my answer for you. I hope it's great.
Can I ask something?
Yes, you can add. No problem.
I ask something.
Okay. Ask.
Do you know how many players in the national team from Al Nassr?
Well, to my knowledge, that there are at least like 4 to 3, even in the backside, like switching.
Then why don't Al Nassr pick the good players?
As I said, it's a personal preference that the manager has a plan. He chooses what he comfortable in using. You know, that chemistry that make everything goes right. Nasser chemistry is different from that international team chemistry. It all came up to the manager who's responsible of the international team, that who choose the players. So he see that Al Hilal players are more suitable for his plans. So that's why he choose them.
So before the new coach,
Mhm.
even in the past, they were from Al Hilal.
Mhm. So
Where's Al Nasr?
still, that's a personal preference. That doesn't change a thing about what
So
they
always
say.
it's about the person.
Yeah, maybe that he see that Saudi players are better in something, okay? But Al Nasr is chasing something else. So, and if you are talking at the international level, you know who's the best player in the international team, and who's the player who has more goals in the World Cup. It's Majid Abdullah. So
How many goals?
it's actually 4 to 5, I guess.
4 to 5 goals.
Mhm.
Internationally,
Internationally in the World Cup, and he's one of the most players who scored from Asia in the World Cup. So if you're gonna talk about the international team, the best player in the history of the international team in Saudi Arabia, if he wasn't the best, he's one of the best, is Majid Abdullah. So that's a point about the international team for you.
okay. Another question from the audience.
What's the question?
Even if you have it in Arabic, no problem. We can translate
Come in,
it.
come in.
So now you're talking about Al Hilal and Al Nasr, and you're talking about the greatest, the two greatest teams in the capital of Saudi Arabia, which is the greatest city in the Middle East. I would like to ask a question: which team or which club has more teams than the other? Like other games, like volleyball, handball, basketball. Do you have a question there?
ما هي أول لفتة نظر جعلتك تشجع فريقك؟
Okay, this is a good question. Which actually attracts you to your team?
Well, for me, that I saw how the team is well connected with the fan base and with the people around it, and how I felt like I wasn't a fan. I was a part of a family, a big family, with a million of brothers and sisters at the same time. Al Nasr is like a home at this point for a lot of fans out there, and with the great players and with great and rich history that given and have been seen a lot of this time. Al Nasr is one of the best teams because it's well connected. It doesn't feel like it's a corporate or something. It feels like a family. It's a home for everybody that likes football. It's well connected. That's my point that made me love this team.
Okay, good. What about you, Turkey? The same question. What attracts you to Al Hilal?
Actually, because it's really good team, and I was in the childhood. I was watching Samuel Jabir, and I was like searching where Samuel Jabir playing, and when I figure out that he's playing in Al Hilal, I started to watch Al Hilal, and I do like Al Hilal because it would not make me sad.
Okay, good.
Can I reply it to the point?
Of course.
So you say that you liked the whole team because of one player.
Yes.
So that's your point. Okay.
Do you think that point is valid?
Uh,
Is it good point?
It can be. It can be. But
Uh-huh.
that means that if Samuel Jabir plays in Nasr, he would like the Nasr. If that only around Samuel Jabir.
Yes,
is
if
fine.
he was really good player,
Mhm.
I would watch Nasr.
So you are a fan for Samuel Jabir, not Al Hilal.
Yes,
No, so you're a fan of Samuel Jabir, not Al Hilal.
I fell in love with Al Hilal because of Samuel
Samuel
Jabir.
Jabir.
Yes.
Okay.
We have a
Yes.
question, actually.
There's a question there.
Are you worried about Cristiano Ronaldo tonight?
No, he is an old player. Now he is 38. Yes, I don't think he would even score today.
Yeah, he's the GOAT.
No, he's not the GOAT. Messi is the GOAT. And we'll see today.
So what's the results? Like, going to be 2-1, 3-1, 4-2? Like, what do you expect?
I think it's 4-1.
4-1?
Yes.
4-1. That's a lot. Like this final. Like it.
That's
And
what I
who's going to
think.
score the one goal?
Okay, it's a speculation, and you are free to speculate.
Same question to Hamza.
Okay, so I will reply to your point in a second, but today I think that Al Nassr will win, not by a huge portion, because as we know that nobody come to the final unless they are the best in their thing. So my expectation is like the Al Nasr will win with like 2-1, and if the Hilal played good, I think it's like will be a draw for the first two half and to go to penalties or something. But to be honest, as we've seen so far, that Al Nasr is outperforming Al Hilal at this point. So I'm thinking that we will win, not by a huge portion. I said maybe 3-1, maybe 2-0 or something like that. So this is my expectation.
Good. So is there any question before we go to the final remarks?
I'm sorry, but I have a point to point out.
Okay.
You said that Cristiano is old. As I told you before, experience has to do a lot with how the player is playing, and we all know that where did Cristiano play and under who? He played under a lot of managers, and he didn't just stop training when he came to Saudi Arabia because he just had the money. Nah, he still trained. He's still the first person who comes to the training, and he's the last one who leaves. So I'm pretty sure, 100%, that Cristiano Ronaldo is one of the greatest players in the world for a reason, because he's really dedicated. He loves what he's doing, no matter the ages. For me, I see age as just a number. There's a lot of players that their prime is over the 30 mark. So I don't see that your point is valid about saying that Cristiano is old and not that good. Thank you.
You'll see.
Thank you. Good. Good. So any questions? Even in Arabic you can say it, no problem.
I don't think there is any.
Yes, Mu'min, what is your question?
السؤال حقي
Yes.
هو أنا النصر هل فاز بالدوري أكثر من الهلال؟
Yes. This is a question. Which one won? He asked this question.
Okay, for me, I know it's Al Hilal who did it more, okay? But look throughout the history, you see the more diverse in the years. Like we just don't came up out of nothing and just win it. We win it a lot of times throughout the years, even the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, early 2000s, the 2010s. We win it in all these decades. There's no decade that we didn't win the league since the creation of the Nasr team. So as you see that we didn't just came out of blue and just started to win every single year. So that's my answer for your question.
Okay.
I would ask you something. How many Asian champions do Nasr have?
We actually have two international championships. The first one is in 1992, I guess, or 1994, and the other one is in the late 90s.
You mean World Cup?
Not a World Cup. The champions of Asia, the old version, and the new version. Yeah, we won it twice.
Okay, that's wrong.
It is right. Look at through your history and make sure that you're.
It's wrong.
Believe me, it's right. We
Okay.
won two international cups in Asia.
Okay.
Asian
The
champions.
champions, we won it once. And we won another championship that Al Hilal didn't win. Perhaps you didn't hear about it, but I just let you know.
Okay, good. So
one
now-
question.
Yes, we have a question?
يس.
Yes, okay, go ahead.
في آخر 5 مباريات كم انتصار للنصر وكم انتصار للهلال وكم تعادل بينهم؟
Well, I don't have that information for me, so if you can provide the thing for me, Turkey, I would be thankful.
Okay, we won 3 times, and there is 1 draw
Okay.
and 1 loss.
Okay, so 3-1-1.
Yes,
Okay.
we lose 1 time only, before 2 years ago, and after it we won and draw one time.
Okay. So any question? Because actually now we are actually approaching the beginning of the real match between the two teams. So actually we are going to conclude. So now is there any question before we close? Yes, Basim?
هل النصر أخذ أبطال آسيا أكثر من الهلال؟
No, it didn't. But we
How
are.
many?
Where is it?
How many?
We have only one, but Al Hilal has more. But we are the first team between the both who got it. The first team who got the Asian Championship was Al Nasr.
We took it 4 times.
Okay.
So the point is how to win, not how to play.
How to win, not how to play.
Yes, for sure.
Okay, is that the thing you have to see? You are only focusing on win, not playing.
For sure.
Okay.
What
So
is-
now
What is the point then?
The point is to entertain your fans, the people who came to see you play, not just came to see you win.
How to make your fans happy
How
if you lose.
It doesn't need to be losing only. It doesn't. Nothing came up only to win and lose. There's how to play, how to be with your fans, how you treat them, how rich history you had. Maybe that you won a lot more, but your fans are only here for your wins. If you stop winning, they all will be gone. But our team, even when we lost, they stand with us. We stand with our team. That not only winning is the only thing that matters to us. We like the team for who it is, for what it is, not for winning and losses and champions. So that shows that Al Nasr fans are more dedicated to the team, not the wins and losses.
No, you have an ultras fans. So if you lose today, are you going to be sad or happy?
I'm gonna be happy that my team got to the finals.
Okay.
Okay, with that, actually, we will come to the final remarks. So, what will be your final remarks for this debate?
Well, I see that there's a lot of gaps and voids between the points he said. That he says something and the minutes later he says the quite opposite, and he argue about something that I already answered, as if he didn't accept my answer. And even when I give him another answer, he just doesn't accept it. So
What's the question?
in his mind, he's just. I don't want to be like rude or anything, but there's a certain point of loving something until it becomes delusional a bit. So you are only focusing on my team is better. No other point is proving me wrong.
Okay. So, what is your final remark?
Actually, I mentioned the numbers, and
Okay.
I proved that Al Hilal is better. And that's it. I really don't know what should I say.
Okay, and with this, actually, we conclude our debate today, and we thank you all for coming here, and all for also the audience who watch this live. And now we'll actually convert into Arabic. يعني الله يبارك فيكم. هذا طبعا احد التطبيقات والتدريبات اللي بنعملها شو اسمه ده، يعني للطلاب في المعهد هنا، ما شاء الله حمزه وتركي من طلاب المعهد، لتطوير المهاره حقت اللغه الانجليزيه. طبعا الفعاليه هذه الهدف منها كان انه كيف الواحد يتكلم، يعني يبرز رايه ويدعمه ببعض الحقائق، وايضا يتناقش في الراي. فان شاء الله في حيكون يعني فعاليات بهذه الطريقه ان شاء الله اكثر واكثر. احنا دائما بنسويها على شكل مسابقات واشياء زي كذا. ف يعني هذا المستوى اللي انتم شايفينه ان شاء الله هو المستوى اللي نامل ان شاء الله انه يعني طلابنا يتخرجوا فيه من هذا المعهد ان شاء الله. قبل لا نختم، اذا في اي سؤال او اي استفسار فيعني مرحبا بكم. وتفضل، هذا مدير المعهد لديه مداخله.
طيب، بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين، والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين. أبغى أسمع أقوى تحية صراحة للشباب المتناضلين مع احترامنا وتقديرنا الكبير لناديين كبيرين في المملكة العربية السعودية، سواء نادي الهلال أو نادي النصر. هم ناديين مثل المملكة العربية السعودية طوال التاريخ، يملكون تاريخ كبير وسجل حافل. هذه كما تفضل الدكتور اسكندر هي إحدى المهارات اللي دائما نحرص أن نظهرها في نادي اللغة الإنجليزية وفي المعهد، ونحرص على دائما تطوير أبنائنا الطلاب للمستوى اللي نتمنى أنهم يخرجوا معنا في المعهد. فشكرا لكم على حضوركم، شكرا لحضور الجمهور الكريم خلف الشاشة، وشكرا لكم أبنائي الكرام، شكرا لك دكتور اسكندر.
الله يعطيكم العافية. طبعا أنا آخر شيء نبي التصويت على الرابط اللي أرسلناه في الجروب حق المعهد. طبعا الأسئلة موجودة هناك. طبعا لو تلاحظوا التصويت مو هو تصويت على مين الأفضل الهلال أو النصر، لا، التصويت على أداء مين كان أفضل في المناظرة، أداء حمزة أو أداء تركي. فإحنا حناخذ التصويت، نشوف يعني خلال الدقيقة القادمة إيش وضع التصويت، وبعدها طيب في عندكم تصويت على في شيء جاي على التيك توك ولا؟ ايوه، في تعليقات جايه على التيك توك ولا لسه؟
هي اسئله اللي طرحناها كانت بعضها من التيك توك.
احنا بنشوف التصويتات.
في سؤال.
جاوب عليه اللي هو ليش 9 لعيبه المنتخب في الهلال.
طيب وهذه اللحظات اللي احنا بننتظر فيها التصويت كده، وانا بشوف التغيرات هنا يعني كده.
That was a good debate though.
Yeah, it was good, alhamdulillah.
You did a good job. You swayed us to become a Somali. Yeah, you did.
I didn't say anything.
So inshallah يعني within 2 minutes we are going to close the voting and announce the results. ما حد يدري على قولهم لسه النتيجة لما تنتهي هنا يعني.
انت هلالي
طبعا أنا كنت لاعب في الهلال وأشجع النصر، فيعني التركيبة كده.
تجيب أهداف عكسية.
طيب it's not actually about football, it's about their performance in the debate.
I know.
Yeah, just vote in the group.
I did.
Okay, good. خلاص باقي أحد ما صوت؟ الشباب اللي في التيك توك عندهم الرابط حق التصويت ولا؟
ما في، يقول الحروف وصلت الحد الأقصى.
أي حروف حد أقصى؟
حق الرابط نص حق التصويت حروفه كثير ما ما تصوت.
أوكي. أوكي ما في مشكلة. نشوف الشباب في الجروب إيش يقولوا. أشوف خلاص الدقيقتين اللي كنا حاطينها للتصويت تقريبا انتهت. واستقبلنا الردود خلاص. طيب دحين حنحط إيقاف استقبال الردود. نعمل إيقاف استقبال الردود. وين؟
You think you did good?
No?
Yeah.
Not yet.
You think you did good?
Oh, yes, I did.
Huh?
Yes,
A scale from 1 to 10. How would you go?
1 to 10? I think 5.
So
I was
now,
focusing about attacking him.
so the final countdown for the final countdown. Final countdown. Let's see. We have 19 votes. Okay. Before I close, 10, 9, 8,
Those seconds are not real. They're like
7,
slower seconds of the sound.
I see
6,
it as a date.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. We stopped the voting, and I will just do a little check here.
We have two actually here in TikTok voted for Hamza.
So we have 2 votes there for Hamza.
Yes.
Okay. So now we'll take the votes of Twitter. In Twitter, Turkey achieved 33%,
All right.
while Hamza achieved 67% in Twitter. So that's
Twitter?
for Twitter. In Twitter, Hamza won. Then in our internal one, actually, we have 19 votes. Hamza or Turkey achieved 15.8, while Hamza achieved 84.2.
That's
So Hamza won by a lot. Yeah, that's a record, mashallah, tabarakallah. So Hamza actually won the debate. Mashallah, congratulations.
Thank you.
Mashallah, tabarakallah. And also with you, and actually it was a good performance. And everyone, inshallah, this is the kind of activities, inshallah, we'll do. And actually, I would like to add, Hamza and Turkey actually are very close friends.
Yeah.
Time for the match to
Can
start.
I add
So
something up?
yes, Hamza would like to add. And so now actually finished, and it's open now for everyone to.
Thank you, though, guys. We enjoyed it, though.
Yeah. So what I want to say is thank you all for coming here, and I want to thank Dr. Skandar for the opportunity to have this discussion and debate. And the last thing I want to say, my favorite one here, my favorite or the best one who perform here is Turkey with me. Wallahi, he's the. Wallahi, if I had I think I will choose Turkey every day. Wallahi.
All right, good job.
Thank you.
Good job.
MashaAllah,
I
tabarakallah.
didn't have any words.
You know, you lost because you picked Al Hilal. You know that.
I'm embarrassed right now.
No, you picked Al Hilal, so. you
I
might
got
actually
unabashed.
lose. Thank you. That was a good.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, everyone.